volleyball platform, or basically the most common tool we use in beach volleyball to control the ball in serve receive, setting and defense, is there an actual best way to put this platform together? What's up, I'm Alex from LearnBeachVolleyballFast.com, and this is another beach volleyball tutorial by me. Let me start this one with an analogy of what this video will actually do for you. So imagine that you were a tennis player that really wanted to get good at tennis, but your racket that you're hitting the ball with is broken. It basically has some holes in it and whatnot, so that when you try to hit the ball that way, every now and then the ball bounces upwards, downwards, sideways, whatever, just not where you're trying to put the ball. If this was the case, the first thing that you would do is you would run to the store and buy a new racket. However, we play beach volleyball and we don't have rackets, we have arms. And the problem is, you can't really go to the store and buy new arms. So what we're gonna do in this video is we're basically gonna see if your arms are broken or not. If they are, this video is gonna be the closest thing you can find probably to give the same results as being able to go to the store and buy new arms. And even if your arms are not broken, there's a big chance that you will find some tips on how to use your arms or racket even better than before. And for some of you watching this, that will basically be the best thing you have ever done for your game. One more quick little thing about this video before we get started with the juicy stuff. Basically, I have never found a coach online or offline that teaches what I'm going to teach you in this video. And I have found a lot of coaches that directly talk against what I'm going to teach you here. However, there are at the same time several pros out there that do what I'm going to teach in this video. So simply what I found is that what most coaches coach and what some pros do just doesn't match up. So what I'm going to teach here has been a big part of my breakthroughs. Serve receive used to be the most difficult part of the game for me, and this is one of the big blocks that fixed that for me. But this is not only my theory, this is also something that a lot of pros use, and we're gonna look at that more later. Cool, let's go. So what is the perfect way to put your platform together? Basically what's going to happen now is first I'm going to show what most coaches teach, and then we're going to look at why that doesn't work for everyone, and then you're going to be able to categorize yourself if it works for you, which in that case you should just use what everyone teaches, or if it doesn't work for you, which then the second part of the video I will give you solutions for that. But basically what most coaches teach is, the easiest way to explain it is pancake, pancake, sausage, sausage, and straight arms, straight parallel arms that are symmetrical. Basically your hands end up being this kind of diamond formation, I almost call it, which is an extension of your platform. So the theory is that you can take the ball here on your platform, but also if sometimes you can also hit it on your hands and it's still going to be going roughly where it should go. So why does this normal platform not work for everyone? Because this does not work optimally for me. If you look at my platform here from this angle, you see that my arms are sloped here. It's like that's a slope inwards and that's a slope inwards. And there's also some distance between the arms. They are not smacked together like that. There is some distance. So basically the concept I want you to understand that both of the slopes create a triangle. And these triangles have different angles, and they can be different amounts of distance from each other. However, we also have the ball, and the distance between the triangles and the angles of the triangles compared to the ball size is basically what's gonna determine if this is a good idea for you or not. Because if the triangles are close enough to each other, that basically means that the ball is big enough that it will touch both of the ridges at the same time and bounce where it should go. But if the triangles are too far from each other, that basically means that the ways for the balls to bounce rationally is to either hit the dead center or on top of one of the ridges. But in between the dead center and on top of the ridges, there's a dead zone where the ball will hit one of the triangles but not the other and bounce to the side. So basically we have a platform that in some places makes the ball bounce where it should go, but in some places it makes the ball bounce where the ball should not go. And also for some people, they don't have these triangles, they don't have this inward lean. Their platform looks more like something like mine does if I break my elbows, which is basically two flat arms, which then it can also just hit anywhere on the platform and the ball will bounce where it should go. Of course, as long as it doesn't hit on the outside, but we have quite a lot of actual space here, different places where it can hit without bouncing irrationally. Okay, so I hope this makes sense so far, and basically what I've said here is that we all have different anatomies and different arms, and we just simply have to look at what those are, and now we have also a geometrical sort of explanation of when your platform is going to be good enough or not. Another way to determine is simply just to go put your platform together this way and bounce the ball and see, does it always go where it should go, or does it have this slight, like sometimes it goes there and there and there, even though you didn't try to make that happen. And if you have good arms, good platform with this technique, then congratulations, this is what you should do. It's probably the best way to put the platform together, and you have some natural genes for volleyball that some other players don't have. Basically the rest of the video is going to be for those that don't have this, so you don't necessarily need to watch it. But please understand that there are people that don't have your arms, and not everyone is going to be able to pass perfectly the way that you do it. So if you are a coach or one day become a coach, please don't continue saying that this is the only way to do it just because it works for you. Still here? Welcome all my fellow bad arm platform people. We're gonna get to the fun, juicy stuff that's gonna change your volleyball game. So how do we do when our arms don't go together? Should we learn to pass like this? Probably someone could. Well, I have another solution. This is basically, okay, so simply, beach volleyball is full of rules. Like, this is how you should do it, this is how you should do it. And this platform creation is one of those. This is just how everyone says that you should do it, blah, blah, blah. We need to accept that, okay, we have a special case here. Our bodies are different. We need to just throw the rules out the window for a little bit and experiment and see what works for us. We are going to need to create some special solutions for ourselves. Because basically the only real rule about how we should do something is that we should make the ball go where it should go without breaking the rules of the game. And rules like the platform should look like this is just like man-made creation illusion rules. So this is how I've solved this problem. This might work for you. You should try it. Basically, if I put my platform together here, I have this gap. My arms don't go together. But what I realized is that the first thing that touches each other is this bump here on both of my hands. That's basically what stops the arms from coming closer together. So what I did was I created a platform that's actually not symmetrical. I slid my hands a little bit like that. Click. You see this bump slides into this kind of hole, and like that, and you see immediately my arms get closer together. So I did that, and then what I basically do with my hands is I just hold my left hand around my right like this and just put my thumb there. So I create this asymmetrical platform where I just hold my hand like that, and all of a sudden now I have a pretty flat platform with my arms pretty close together. I cannot hit a ball there so that it doesn't touch the other arm and bounces that way. Balls always bounce straight from this platform, and it's amazing amounts of more fun to play beach volleyball with this platform. It very well might look kind of funky, like it is asymmetrical, it looks kind of ugly, whatnot, but it does work way better than this for me. So you should try. Put your hands together, try the asymmetrical stuff, just experiment and see what works for you. What you want is you want your arms to be close together without the triangles that send the balls always, and you also want your hands to stay together so that your platform doesn't break. But as long as you have those in place and it works, go for it. And I also want to give you 2 more details about this special platform. So basically, first of all, when I was experimenting with my platform, I've tried several different things. I've held my fingers in different ways, blah, blah. Basically, at one point I realized that my best platform I can create by putting my hands together like this and then really turning this out, because now I get a huge flat surface here, which is bigger than this. It's slightly bigger. So in a way, that is my best platform I can create. But what I realized when I was trying to receive float serves with this platform was that float serves move a lot all the way until the touch point. And basically for me to create a platform like this takes some extra energy. I need to put some tension into my muscles to make that happen. And that tension takes extra time, just a few milliseconds, but that's just enough for me to lose some of my reaction time with fixing the last millisecond floats. So I would recommend that you also go for a platform that you can quickly put together, that you don't need to like you shouldn't like make any extra effort to put your platform together. So keep that in mind as well. And that's basically mostly for float serve, serve receives, and I guess defense as well. Maybe I could actually develop that so that I bump set. I actually do use this platform, which technically is slightly better and bigger, but I haven't done that. Maybe I will someday, but I don't think I will need to, because what I do in serve receive works just well enough for bump setting as well. Okay, second detail about this platform is that we are losing a tool with doing this rather than this, which is we are losing the tool of this mini platform here on the hands, because this, we don't want the ball to hit on this, because this is gonna send balls away. And this is actually a problem, because these hands is basically the point where we can reach the furthest. So it's a very useful tool sometimes in serve receives that are far away from us, where we can just barely reach it with our hands. And well, we can also change the angle of these hands, which can sometimes be useful in defense and stuff. So we would ultimately want to have that tool. And this is kind of funny, it just simply happened by chance, because I used to have this normal platform and then I changed to this. And one day I was playing and there was a ball that was coming at my hands, and basically what my body did without me trying to do so was that it went from this, realized the ball is gonna go on the hands, and it just slid into the diamond platform and popped the ball up. And basically what happened was I was like, that's interesting. I didn't know my body could do that, but that's amazing. So basically what I'm saying here is that this might or might not happen automatically for you, or you can probably very easily just go and practice it. Just go bump a ball and sometimes take it on the forearms like this, and sometimes just slide your hands into the diamond position and pop it up with your hands. It might sound sort of like unbelievable that someone would do that, but our bodies can create very quick automatic reactions to things, and this is a very trainable thing. So yes, even if you do use a platform like this, you will still be able to use your hands as well, as long as you just practice that small little change. It will maybe take some more time to practice, but it's very well worth it. Or if you're lucky, it will just happen automatically like it did for me. I also mentioned that there are a lot of pros using this sort of technique, and if you want to study that a little bit more, you can go check out Christian Sorum, Ricardo Santos, Eric Zahn, Henrik Moll, one of the guys in the Brouwer Musen pair, I don't know exactly which one, and also I believe Reed Pretty uses this technique. I have unfortunately not been able to ask any of these players if this is why they use the technique and sort of explore what their platform would look like with the normal technique, but I'm pretty confident that there's something in their arm anatomy that has basically just forced them, or they have realized that they are just more successful with that sort of technique that has made them make that change. Maybe one day I'll get to ask them, who knows. I hope this video has been helpful for you, and that it's gonna lead to the same type of breakthrough as it did for me and my serve receive and bump setting and defense and all of it. If this was helpful for you, please share this video to your friends, share it to everybody, click the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, comment in the comment section below if there's any questions that you have, and of course go and try it out and use it in your game and make your game better for it. Also, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this concept that I've now taught you was one of the huge breakthroughs I had with figuring my serve receive out, and this is as I said, I didn't learn this from a coach, because no one has ever taught me this. I had to figure it out myself, and unfortunately also all the other things that were huge breakthroughs for me in serve receive and have been huge breakthroughs in serve receive for people that I have coached are also stuff that I had to figure out on my own. So if you like this sort of more in-depth beach volleyball instructional content that actually fixes your beach volleyball problems, you are going to love my serve receive course, where I basically share all of the breakthroughs that I had that took me from someone that would pass balls and they would go irrational sort of everywhere and I had no idea why, all the way until today I actually feel like I know what I'm doing in serve receive. I know I teach very differently from most of the beach volleyball coaches out there, and it's not for everyone. Some people think I'm way too long-winded in my explanations and whatnot, but I know for some people out there, this is exactly what you need and this is what you've been missing out. And fortunately this project is now here, learnbeachvolleyballfast.com. We're gonna fix all of your problems and it's gonna be amazing. So check out the link below in my description for more information about the course. Subscribe to the channel and all of that, and have fun, and I hope I see you on the court one day.